What's up, my friends? So I thought, you know what, I need to make a video today on another product. I need to review it. It's a brass catcher. So but before we do anything, I got to do a little review on this little bad boy right here. Anybody know what that is? Most places it's called a concha. It's basically just sweet bread, you know, but this is more the Hispanic lifestyle. You're going to find these at pretty much every bakery. You find them in restaurants down here in the South. Let me see. All right. That's awesome. Let's get to the intro, then we'll get to the product. All right. Boom, chakalaka, laka, boom, chakalaka, laka, boom, boom, boom. All right, guys, and we're back. So in today's video, I want to review another product. Now, let me kind of give you a little bit of a storyline. I know that there's many of us that I know when I go to a match, I'm probably about the only one that doesn't really care too much about saving my brass after I shoot. I've since kind of changed my ways, and I'm starting to save everything I can, even though I don't reload, but just, you know, to kind of trade them or give them away to friends or something like that, right? Why just leave them in the mud when I can save them and use them for something else? So I started saving them lately, and I kind of started thinking, man, there's two things about that. I really hate to, especially this last match where it was all muddy and raining and wet everywhere. And, you know, these guys in my squad, super cool dudes, but you know, to ask them to kind of look out for my brass and, you know, be putting their hands in the water and in the mud and, you know, all that. And, you know, I thought, man, that's not cool. So here a while back, and I can't take credit for this. I got to give my buddy Randy Castor a lot of credit for this, because he's the one that kind of gave me the idea, and he's the one that started using this first. I just happened to kind of tag along. So what can we do to help with saving brass? Well, here is the product. Let me kind of show it to you. It is the brass catcher from Takstar. And I'll get to the product here in a minute. You can get this, it's about 35 bucks on Amazon, and it's super cheap, and it's really good. Now, there are pros and cons. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a few brass catchers that I've tried. I've got the MPA. Now, right now, I'm just talking about my bolt gun, right? Gas gun, totally different. This Takstar, this one here, works on both. Yeah. Now, again, pros and cons, right? But as far as speaking of other brass catchers, I do have the MPA brass catcher, and it works really well, but also has pros and cons. So I thought, let me try this one. And especially, like I say, when I saw my buddy Randy using it, I thought, man, that works pretty good. So anyway, let me turn this around and we'll get to the. All right, so this is what you get when you get the box. As you can see, I've already opened it. I've got about 2 or 3 of these now, and another one on the way. I should get it here sometime, maybe Tuesday or so. So you get this bag, and trust me when I tell you guys, this bag, the material on it, it's not hard. It's not gonna get in your way. It's very flimsy. The inside is heat resistant, like a plasticky material. I don't know if you can see that in there. Let me try to get in the sunlight here. Ah, look, saving my brass. Yep, that's 6 Creed right there and 6 GT Hornady. So anyway, trying to get in the sun here, but you can see it's kind of a plasticky material, but it's heat resistant and works really well. This is the magic right here. All right, this is the reason that this Takstar works, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of a example here. So because you see that little hole right in there, a little square or a rectangle, that's what fits over the little Picatinny rail, and it kind of sits flush in there. So that's why it works. Now, if you get one of the other ones, and of course I put it down and I have no idea what I did with it now. Yeah, that's just my luck. I just had it in my hands right before I started the video. But anyway, the other one doesn't really work very well because it stands up and it's kind of hard to get in there. So, man, I'm gonna tell you what, I can't really, I want to give you this example. So let me stop here, let me find it, and I'll get right back with you. Hey, I found it. It was right there in front of me the whole time. You know when you set something down, so I'm gonna put it right here so I don't lose it. And then you lose it. Sucks getting old. Anyway, so let me show you the difference here in between the two. Okay, so you can see how the one from Takstar, it's really thin, it goes on the rail. Now the other one, it kind of sticks out, you know, and it's very tall, and the very tall part is what kind of makes it not work. Now, I might work on a gas gun, but as far as working on both gas gun and bolt gun, that's what makes this really cool. So you can see I have the other one on there. You see how it sits in the middle right there, right over the rail, and it sits flush. That's what makes this work. I'll see if I can. Well, I can't put it in there without taking it off. Well, there, I got it. So you can see it goes in pretty smooth. I only got one hand, so I can't do it. Goes in pretty smooth and just sits in there. So I'll take this off, put it back. And here it is. Now, that's the way it sits in there. When you get the bag, you'll just kind of see that little piece that kind of goes in there. It's a little male female piece. Put it in there and just a slight push, and there it is. That's it. Okay, I mean, the brass goes in. Okay, there's no ammo around anywhere, guys, so we are clear, we are safe. And that's it. When you eject, it goes right into the bag, and of course you see it's vented, so you know your brass is not going to be super hot. It never is with a bolt gun anyway, but with a gas gun, yeah, it'll help it cool down a little bit quicker. See, the bag is super flimsy. I mean, you can move it any way you want, and it just works, guys. So what are the cons? The cons are that if you try to cycle or you try to go in battery, let's say you get a round jammed in there, right? You need to kind of move your hand in to set it down or something. Well, this is in the way, obviously. So, I mean, you're going to be on the clock, right, in competition. You just kind of pull it apart. I only got one hand here. It's real easy to pull apart. Pull it apart, just go and adjust your ammo, and then get your bag back, and there you go. You're back on. It's snug. Fits good. You can also see that this little piece here, let me take it off here again. This little piece here, you see that rail? It will go, set it down here. It will go, oops. It will slide, forward, backward, however you need it based on where your ejection port is. And you can see it fits perfectly under the rail there. Or under the scope, I mean. I've got low rings, as you can see. I don't have very much clearance there. I've got low rings, and it just works. It's great. So again, that's one of the cons of this thing is that, yeah, if you need to adjust your ammo, maybe clear a jam or something, you're gonna have to remove the bag. But with practice, you start getting it. I don't know, guys. I shoot the 6 GT. I shoot the 6 Creed. I I really don't have any jams. I use MDT 12 round mags. I don't have any issues as far as jamming up goes. So I don't know, maybe the Dasher people maybe still having problems like that. Who knows? I'm just kind of giving an option here. A lot of people don't even like to use it. That's great. You know, I'm just saying this is an option. If your brass is that important to you and you want to catch it, you don't want to be asking people to, you know, help you get your brass. Or maybe you get into a stage where there's tires or it's some kind of prop where, you know, your brass is going to go in there. You're never going to see it again. I've seen people go as far as, well, we need to move the prop so I can find my one piece of brass. Yeah, guys, I mean, you know, I think we all agree and understand that you just can't be moving the props to find your brass. So this is just an option. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's not perfect by any means, but it's about 90% reliable for me. I really haven't had any issues with it. I'll just say that the potential is there depending on what kind of caliber you run and what kind of mags you run. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Now this other one, where is it? Oh, this other one that I run, or that I tried, was that bigger, thicker one. And let me turn. So you can see how the bag is right there. I tried it, it just didn't work. But you see how thick that is. And when you try to go in there, it's gonna stick up and it's gonna hit the bottom of your scope. So it just doesn't work for me. Yeah, nope, that didn't work. So the Takstar, this one here, turn it around, Takstar.com, AR Picatinny style rail mount. Even though it says AR, guys, as you can see, it'll work just fine on a bolt gun. So anyway, okay, all right, I think my 10 minutes are up, and that's about it. If you got any questions, man, hit me up in the comments. As always, we'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to our channel, and hopefully we learned something and it's a new product you can use. All right, talk to you later. Orale.